Now students, see page number once again 31. Workers were divided social group. Means workers, they were divided into different groups, into different social groups. Some had strong links with the villages from which they came. So workers, they were divided in different groups. Some workers, they kept their relations with their own native place, means village, their own villages. Others had settled in cities permanently, and some workers, those who came in cities for work, now they settle down permanently, they settle down. Workers were divided by scale also. Now workers, they were divided by scale also. Now how? In some they were the skilled workers, and some they were less skilled workers, like this. A metal worker, one of the example here, try to understand. A metal worker of St. Petersburg recalled, means one of the metal worker, what he said. He said metal workers, try to understand, metal workers considered themselves aristocrats. Here aristocrats means masters. So they considered, they thought themselves, those who were metal workers, what they thought, like aristocrats, masters among other workers, master of the other workers, those who were metal workers. Means how they were divided by the skill, we can understand here. Their occupations demanded more training and skill. Now to be metal worker, so demanded more training as well as the skill also. Then they could be metal worker. Without training, without skill, they could not be metal workers. Women made up 31% of the factory. Now women's participation also 31% in the factories, means they were appointed also as a workers in the factories. Factory labor force by 1914. By 1914, now they were also appointed as a laborers in the factories. But what was their percentage? 31%. But they were paid less than men. One, underline this point. They were appointed as the workers, but they were paid less. Their wages also less than men workers. Between half and 3/4 of man's wage, less than a men's, we can say, the wages as well as the whatever they were getting. Divisions among workers showed themselves in race and manners. Now division means workers were divided. How? They showed, means they whatever they used, whatever they wore, dresses, so by wearing style, by their dress style, we can say the dress style, so they were divided into categories. Showed themselves in dress and manners, their style, dress style also different. Some workers formed associations, some workers, now they established, they set up organization, unit, their unit, associations to help members, to help to each other in times of unemployment or financial hardship. Hardship means here we can say the difficult situation, in difficult time. So to help other workers, some workers, they formed, set up associations and organizations. But such associations were very few, very limited. Now I am reading this one. Despite divisions, now just you can see the workers, they were divided into different social groups. Workers did unite to strike work. Yes, definitely you can see the the workers were divided into different groups, but in different, we can say, that in difficult situation. So all workers, they came together, unite. Why? To stop work, to strike work when they disagreed with employers, when they were not agree with their masters. So as well as the about dismissals or work conditions. So someone who was dismissed from his or her work, so all workers, they came together to strike. These strikes took place frequently in the textile industry. We can see the such type of strikes in the textile industries during 1896, 1897, and in the metal industry during 1902. We can see, okay, the strikes, the workers, they came together and they stopped workers whatever they wanted, etc. Now remaining paragraph we'll read in next clip.